So this weird little thing is a prototype for a drawing board. It's corrugated plastic. It has bookbinding tape down the middle and it can fold down into my backpack. When it opens up, it gives me a wider surface, a stiff surface to put my stuff on. And then of course I have magnet clips for the tray, for the palette. I have brush holders clipped on the edge, and then I have some extra clips. But this one wasn't quite big enough for my portrait size sketchbook, so I'm gonna make a new one. Hopefully improve it a little bit. And then all the way down there, actually maybe there. I don't need it to be ultra wide. Kind of stretch it out. Can use the clip on the top as well. Just do a little test. Nice. And then the sketchbook. Come on. Let's go. Want some foods? Come on. What a good baby. Yeah. Let's go home. Come on. Life feels very chaotic lately, and my mind feels foggy. I used to be able to organize my thoughts clearly and make efficient use of my time, but lately it seems that no matter how many hours I work, I barely achieve anything. Something this summer has shifted inside me, and I think even since the start of the year, I have changed a lot. Predictably, the beautiful summer weather has drawn me outside more and more, and the only moments I feel normal or clear-minded or even fully like myself are these. Wandering in the forest, walking over cliffs, among the waves, the grasses, the flowers. Perhaps the peace of these moments is my medicine to staving off the daily anxieties that can so easily flood in and paralyze me. Every artist knows that there are two sides to the coin. One side, what the public sees, a prolific artist living the dream, painting, visiting amazing places, existing in that beautiful flow state. And the other side, the real side, the engine that drives us forward, sometimes faster than others, and sometimes it breaks down. It needs constant maintenance, especially to get up the mountains with rough terrain. The longer the journey, the more fuel it needs. I'm the painting. Get it? And I think this summer I finally realized that I have not been refueling enough. I've been kind of coasting on fumes, and that's okay during slow times, but when there's a lot on my calendar, I really struggle to keep the engine on. So as the summer continues, I'm loving every moment I get to be alive in this beautiful world. Drawing and painting outside every day is not only healing and uplifting, but I learned so much. Of course, not every painting is a success. And that's obvious, but it's not about that. Getting the brush mileage in and allowing myself room to just breathe is where the real growth is happening. My internal evolution will lead to something amazing. I can feel it. The scary part is allowing it to happen. Routine feels really good. It's safe. Easy. You know what doesn't feel good? Change. But nothing great was ever achieved without change and growth. Welcome to my wall of brambles. This whole area behind me is basically a giant bramble bush, so blackberries. And all of these white flowers are going to become blackberries. So lots of smoothies, blackberry tarts, and strudels, and all of the amazing things. I just needed a little breather because I was editing for about 6 hours today. And yeah, it just gets to me after a while. I have a little confession. Well, I don't know if you'd call it a confession, but it affects my business. It affects my everything, my videos, everything. I've been journaling lately for the first time in who knows how long. And it has made me realize that I am struggling to stay inspired and excited when I'm working in the studio. For years, my routine has been practice in my sketchbook, get better at painting and drawing, so that when I'm drawing and painting on location, I'm not struggling as much and I can really absorb the details and the colors and absorb all that knowledge, and then take all of that into the studio and work on bigger canvases, bigger pieces of art that say something a little bit more meaningful, or just pieces that can go in depth into a subject, a little bit more than like just a sketch. I've been doing that for years and it has worked fairly well, but lately maybe it's just the summer weather. It's the feeling of just deep desire to be outside when it's nicer. But all I want to do is work in my sketchbook. All I want to do is be on location painting and sketching. I mean, I could do bigger pieces on location, but that is extremely difficult. It is a huge challenge to paint on location anyway. Usually you have less time to do things. Usually the weather's not in your favor, and it's a struggle. So I just feel this constant battle in my mind of, I want to be outside painting. I want to be working in my sketchbook and just taking it all in and just throwing it down on the page and exploring my life and exploring my surroundings in that way. And the good thing about that is I'm learning along the way. It's not for nothing. And the other side of my mind is like, no, you need to be in the studio. You need to be working on these bigger paintings. Otherwise, you won't be able to show anything in a gallery. You won't be able to have your work in exhibitions like artists should do. It's like this thing in my mind that's like, you should be doing this because it's what artists do. And that's what you've been doing for years. And I don't know if I should be quieting that side of my mind and following my heart and following what I'm currently like so excited and passionate about, which is painting outside in my sketchbook. I try to think about my core values as an artist, what I want to achieve as an artist and with my art business in the long run. And one of my biggest goals that I've been holding on to for so long is someday I want to open my own little studio and host artist get-togethers, artist gatherings, artist workshops, have it be like a hub for plein air painting adventures. So, you know, you come and you meet up and we do little demos and then we go off and we paint outside. Like there's so much that could be involved with that, but that's like the ultimate dream. And I always feel like that's what I should be working towards, because I just get like, that makes me the most excited. So where do studio pieces fall into that? Where do these bigger pieces play a part? Like, I know the importance of them. For one thing, you learn a lot when you paint bigger. You learn a lot when you work in different mediums. I mean, I guess I'm only speaking for myself. I learned so much. And when I have one bigger painting that I'm working on for weeks or months, working through problems, working through issues and ideas, like I do grow a lot as an artist. So I know that there's a big value there. Plus, I gain recognition if I show work in galleries or exhibitions. So there's a whole other business side of that. And I don't know, maybe it's also the thrill of learning, because when I'm in my sketchbook, it's like my safe space to just play and be, and a lot of times explore new ideas without any pressure. And those days where I know I'm learning a lot, but I'm also having fun and painting somewhere beautiful, like that's the trifecta. That's the best combination. And maybe I'm just addicted to that. So do I listen to... Oh, do I listen to Floki? I don't know. Do I listen to Floki? What does Floki say? Do I work in the studio on big paintings? Or do I spend more time in my sketchbook? What do you think? Basically, when you work for yourself, you are the architect of your own destiny. I don't care how corny that sounds, it's true. And no one is telling you what to do. So you have to figure out what you need to do. I try to follow my intuition. And so far, doing that has worked out. But sometimes it's more foggy than other times. Some parts of the year, as I'm going in these ebbs and flows, like I don't know what I should do. So I just pick something. But sometimes I'm really scared to pick something or to change something or a routine that I've been doing for so long if I don't know what it's going to lead to. And I don't have a professional artist mentor that can tell me what to do or to like bounce these big ideas off of. And I know so many people in the comments are going to be like, Sarah, do what you love doing. And it's so nice how supportive you guys are. I just have to work through it. So I can't keep doing the same thing I've been doing because I'm getting pulled in too many different directions, and like I don't feel like I'm getting close to burnout or anything because I'm so inspired and so excited to paint. It's more like it's like there's too many options, and sometimes that alone can be paralyzing. Like, oh, I don't know how to explain it all. Maybe it's just the exciting energy of the summer. I'd love to hear about your guys' experience if you've gone through anything like this, and how do you make big decisions? How do you get through these times when you aren't sure what direction you want to take, if you have an option to do many things? It's interesting to hear how different people approach situations like that. Or maybe, and most likely, I am just overthinking every single thing of my life. Let's go do something else. I'm currently walking into town, but I'm taking the long way through the forest. And I have all my pens and ink, sketching stuff with my little sketchbook, which only has a few pages left, so I'll probably finish it today. And my little foldable chair, as well as a little water bottle and some money in here. So this is a very minimal sketching kit, perfect for a short day walk anywhere really. On a normal day, I wear a jacket which has a lot of pockets, and I just fill my pockets with things. But today it's so hot out. It's just like roasting in the sunshine. It's okay in the shade, but it means I have to carry more stuff in my hands, which is fine. But I just pack really, really light for days like this.